Trends come and go, but every once in a while, there's one that changes everything about our lives, our future, and the world as we know it. Right now, there's a powerful shift underway, and the shocking part is most people have no idea. It's hiding in plain sight, overlooked by nearly everyone, but not you. Today, we're diving into a transformative moment that will separate those who are ready for the future from those who will be left scrambling to catch up. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see what others are blind to, and you'll understand exactly why it's so important to pay attention right now. The world is changing faster than ever before, and most of us are too distracted to notice. From the rapid evolution of technology to the quiet shifts in the global economy, we're standing on the edge of monumental change. But here's the kicker. These changes don't come with big warning signs or flashing lights. Instead, they creep in subtly, reshaping our world one small step at a time. Think about how smartphones went from a luxury item to an absolute necessity within a decade. That's how these shifts work. They're quiet, yet transformative. What's happening now is no different, but it's even bigger. We're talking about a wave of change that could disrupt industries, transform the way we live, and challenge everything we thought was certain. The big picture isn't just about spotting what's next. It's about understanding the forces at play and why most people are blind to them. Human nature is wired for comfort and routine. Most people don't like to think about big, unpredictable changes because it feels overwhelming. We get stuck in our daily habits, scrolling through social media, consumed by short-term news, and rarely thinking about the bigger trends shaping our future. This is why most people miss the signs. They're too distracted by the noise to see the signals. Add to that the overwhelming amount of misinformation and sensationalized headlines, and it becomes nearly impossible to focus on what truly matters. It's easier to dismiss subtle shifts than to dig deeper and question what's happening. But the truth is, these small shifts eventually snowball into something huge, and by the time the majority wakes up to it, it's already too late. That's why understanding these patterns is so powerful. It allows you to break free from the noise, see the truth, and stay one step ahead. The change we're talking about isn't some abstract concept. It's real, and it's unfolding right in front of us. Whether you're looking at the explosive rise of artificial intelligence, the shift toward a digital economy, or the growing demand for sustainable energy, one thing is clear: the old way of doing things is rapidly being replaced. Industries that have been dominant for decades are being disrupted by technologies most people barely understand. Think about how online shopping quietly gutted traditional retail stores, or how streaming services turned cable TV into a thing of the past. That same level of disruption is happening now, but across nearly every sector. Take artificial intelligence, for example. It's not just about chatbots or fancy tools anymore. It's infiltrating healthcare, education, transportation, and even the creative arts. Jobs that seemed safe just a few years ago are now being automated at an astonishing rate. Meanwhile, the digital economy is creating entirely new industries that didn't exist a decade ago. From cryptocurrency to remote work platforms. But here's the wild part. Most people are either ignoring these changes or underestimating how big they'll be. They're too focused on what's familiar, clinging to outdated ways of thinking. What's actually happening isn't just a shift, it's a complete transformation of the way we live, work, and interact with the world. The warning signs are all around us, but most people either don't see them or choose to look the other way. Look at the job market. Jobs that were once considered secure are disappearing, replaced by automation or outsourced to digital platforms. Industries like manufacturing, customer service, and even medicine are seeing tasks once handled by humans taken over by AI and robots. At the same time, the traditional career path of a stable job with a steady paycheck is slowly becoming a thing of the past. Freelancing, gig work, and project-based employment are now becoming the norm. But many people still cling to the old models, hoping things will go back to how they were. And it's not just about jobs. The economy itself is shifting in ways that are hard to ignore. Inflation is creeping higher. Traditional investments like real estate are facing uncertainty, and new financial systems like blockchain and cryptocurrencies are gaining traction. These changes might seem disconnected at first glance, but they're all part of a larger puzzle. Then there's technology, which is advancing so quickly that governments and education systems can't keep up. AI is evolving at breakneck speed, yet most people still think of it as something far off, instead of something shaping our world today. The warning signs aren't just in the headlines, they're in the decisions companies are making, the technology being developed, and the way people are spending their money and time. The question is, are you paying attention? Recognizing these signs now gives you the opportunity to prepare for what's coming, instead of being caught off guard when it's too late. Let's talk about what happens if you choose to ignore this shift, because unfortunately that's exactly what most people are doing. The consequences are far-reaching and in some cases irreversible. First, think about your career or business. Ignoring these changes means falling behind in skills, technology, and adaptability. Entire industries are evolving, and people who refuse to keep up are at risk of being replaced. It's not just about losing a job. It's about being left out of the future economy entirely. Businesses that don't innovate will vanish, and workers who don't reskill will find themselves struggling to survive in a world that no longer values what they offer. But it doesn't stop there. Ignoring these shifts affects personal lives too. Think about financial security. Those who stick to outdated strategies for investing or saving will see their wealth eroded, while others thrive by adapting to new financial systems. Socially, people who fail to recognize the rise of digital communities and the global nature of work might find themselves isolated or disconnected in an increasingly online world. And here's the real kicker. By the time the changes become obvious, it's often too late to catch up. The opportunities are gone, and the consequences are unavoidable. The impact of ignoring this transformation isn't just about missing out, it's about being left behind in every sense. The world is moving forward, whether you're ready or not. So the real question is, are you willing to take that risk? Now that you understand the stakes, let's focus on what you can actually do to stay ahead. The good news? You don't need to be a tech genius or an industry insider to prepare for these changes. You just need to act with intention. Start by staying informed. This doesn't mean drowning yourself in every news headline or social media trend, but rather focusing on the big picture developments that matter most. Pay attention to industries like technology, renewable energy, and digital finance. Read about how they're evolving and look for ways they might impact your life. Next, invest in yourself. This is the time to reskill, upskill, and diversify what you know. Learn about AI, data analytics, or digital marketing. These are skills that will only grow in demand. If you're in a field that's at risk of automation, start exploring how your expertise can adapt to new roles. Education doesn't have to be formal. Online courses, tutorials, and even free resources are everywhere if you're willing to look. And don't forget about your financial health. Explore new investment options, understand how blockchain and digital currencies work, and consider diversifying your portfolio to include forward-thinking assets. Be proactive instead of reactive. Finally, shift your mindset. Embrace change instead of fearing it. The people who thrive in these times are those who see opportunity in uncertainty. It's not about having all the answers right now. It's about being ready to adapt as the answers unfold. Taking these steps now puts you miles ahead of those who are still clinging to the past. The future isn't waiting for anyone, but with the right approach, you can not only keep up, you can lead the way. Let's flip the script and talk about the rewards of recognizing these changes before everyone else. When you see what's coming, you don't just survive the shift, you thrive in it. Imagine being one of the first to understand how a major trend or technology will shape the future. You're not scrambling to catch up like everyone else. Instead, you're leveraging the opportunities that others don't even know exist yet. Whether it's gaining an edge in your career, making smart investments, or starting a business in an emerging industry, being ahead means you're positioned to win while others are still figuring out the rules. Think about how early adopters of the internet or smartphones benefited when they saw what was possible before the rest of the world caught on. The same is true now. When you're prepared, you can pivot when others are stuck. You can spot opportunities that others overlook, and you'll have the confidence to take advantage of them. It's not just about financial gain either. Being ahead means less stress and uncertainty because you've already made the adjustments others are struggling to understand. You'll have the tools, the knowledge, and the mindset to navigate a world in flux. And here's the best part. By staying ahead, you're not just helping yourself, you're in a position to help others. Whether it's guiding your family, sharing insights with your community, or simply setting an example, your foresight can ripple outward in ways you might not even realize. The benefits of being prepared go far beyond personal success. They extend into every aspect of your life. By now, you've probably realized just how important it is to pay attention to the shifts happening around us. This isn't just another trend, it's a transformation that will define the future. We've uncovered why most people are blind to it, the warning signs that are already here, and the serious consequences of ignoring what's happening. But here's the thing, you're not most people. You now have the tools to see the big picture, recognize the patterns, and act on them before it's too late. Let's recap the key takeaways. First, the world is moving faster than ever, and subtle changes today can lead to massive disruptions tomorrow. Second, being aware of these shifts puts you at an incredible advantage not just to survive, but to thrive. Third, taking action now, whether it's reskilling, investing, or simply staying informed, can make all the difference. You don't have to have all the answers yet, but the fact that you're paying attention already puts you ahead of the curve. The future will belong to those who are ready to adapt, and by recognizing the signs now, you're setting yourself up for success while others are left playing catch-up. So, the question isn't whether change is coming, it's whether you're ready for it. And with what you've learned today, the answer is clear. You are. Now it's your turn to take action. The changes we've talked about today aren't just theoretical, they're happening right now. You've taken the first step by staying informed, and that already puts you ahead of most people. But information alone isn't enough. The real power lies in what you do next. Are you going to sit back and wait for the future to catch you off guard? Or are you going to seize the opportunity to prepare and thrive? Here's what you can do today. Start by staying curious. Keep digging into the trends we've discussed. Research how they're impacting the industries you care about, and look for ways to position yourself as a leader in the shift. Then, take it step by step. Learn a new skill, explore a new investment, or even share this video with someone who needs to see it. Remember, small actions now can lead to massive rewards later. Finally, stay adaptable. The future isn't set in stone, and the ability to pivot and adjust is going to be one of the most valuable skills you can have. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back, because here's the truth. The people who are willing to step outside their comfort zones today are the ones who will shape the future. So, don't let this be another video you watch and forget about. Take what you've learned and put it into action. Stay ahead, stay ready, and stay in control of your future. And remember, while most people won't see this coming, you just did.